What's up guys, this is Miasin and welcome to my Materiactor combo video and deck profile. Yes, I know, I can't believe I'm actually saying that. I never would have predicted that one day I would be making a video on this dogshit deck because it used to be the most forgotten TCG exclusive archetype to ever see the light of day. As a matter of fact, most people had no idea that these cards even existed. For a simple reason, there were only like 3 Materiactor cards and they had no like synergy with each other, like literally zero. Like, you can attach one Materiactor monster from your deck to the Xyz material as material. Wow, that's crazy. Too bad there's only one main deck monster and one spell card that doesn't even like search any Materiactor monster. So yeah, there were 3 cards that did absolutely nothing productive, and now there's like a lot of cards in Supreme Darkness that really changed everything and made this deck no longer garbage. This deck is low-key really solid now. I'm not gonna say like it's top tier or anything. It's probably not going to be a tier 1 deck either, but it's probably going to be, you know, a solid rogue option to the same level as, let me see, maybe like Voice's Voice, like, maybe like comparable to that because they can play so many hand traps and you can also add them to your hand very quickly and you're not even like searching them. You're doing a weird process where you're attaching them to your Xyz monsters and then you're recycling them back from the Xyz material pile to the hand. It's weird, but yeah, this deck is kind of solid. And its gimmick is kind of cute. You gotta play a normal monster in your deck in order to make them work. And the normal monster can be a level 3 normal monster. It can be anything. It can be freaking baby dragon. It can be hunter dragon, whatever. It's really up to you. Anyways, before we go any further, you already know the drill. Of course, smash the like and subscribe button, Bernard. And if this video can get to 1,000 likes, I'm making a spreadsheet video on this deck where I showcase every single combo on this deck through all the hand traps that you can think of. It's gonna be 10 combos. You don't really want to miss it out, so make sure you smash the like and subscribe button. And let's get into combo number 1. Alright, so first things first, what can you do when all you've got is Giga Draw and any discard? So this card is a starter, and it's a pretty good one. So normal summon, and then discard 1 card, special summon a level 3 normal monster from your hand deck. So that's all you really need to do much of anything. Even though the normal monster, obviously, like I said, it can be anything, I really recommend it to be a dragon monster so that it opens up the door to Heretic Seal, because your Materiactor monsters, they're all dragons. So as long as it's a dragon, you don't really want to play like a dog shit, like a normal monster that doesn't do anything productive. Anyways, overlay for the new Materiactor monster, the Exaguard. The old one is like really bad, but this one is pretty much like an MX Saber Invoker. Really respectable card. You can detach material and either special summon a Materiactor monster from your deck or add a Materiactor spell or trap from your deck to your hand. And if your opponent normals or special summons a monster, you can add up to 2 cards attached to this card to the hand, including at least 1 Materiactor card, but the other one can be anything. So if you have like a hand trap underneath, you can recycle it back. And then if you have a normal monster in your graveyard, you can return 1 card on the field to the hand, doesn't target. So it can be an interruption, and it can technically be a double interruption because you can bounce back like an Ash from the Xyz material pile to the hand. You know, you get it back, and then you also bounce back a monster like on your opponent's field to the hand, or any other card really. It can be anything. But yeah, anyway, summon the Zeptowing. On the summon, this card is really nice because you can search a Materiactor card from your deck to your hand, and then if you have a normal monster in your graveyard, well, I mean, you can take a level 3 normal monster from your graveyard and either add it to your hand or special summon it, so you're gonna be getting back the Hunter Dragon. All of that off of 1 card and 1 discard, by the way, so that's pretty cool. And the Zeptowing is going to be searching the Meltdown. It's one of the best cards in the deck, I want to say. So it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Adamancipator cards. So during your main phase, you can excavate the top 6 cards of your deck and add 1 excavated Materiactor card from your deck to your hand and place the rest on the top of the deck in any order. On the top of the deck, this does matter. Then you can add 1 card attached to 1 rank 3 Xyz monster you control to the hand, and this effect is a hard once per turn. However, the next one is not once per turn whatsoever, so if you control multiple copies or even 1, you can keep using the effect over and over. And it reads, if your Xyz monster effect is activated, you can attach the top card of your deck to 1 Materiactor Xyz monster you control. So the goal is to use the effect of as many Xyz monster effects as possible, and then keep attaching the cards from the top of the deck to the Xyz monster. You can trigger the Meltdown and then recycle back an Xyz material, or use the effect of the Exaguard, recycle back a material, etc. That's the way, and also use the counter trap in order to get back another hand trap. So you can get to like 3 hand traps like relatively easily. So that's really nice. Anyways, the Meltdown is going to excavate 6 cards. Regardless of how lucky or unlucky you get, you can at least still stack your deck and choose what you're getting on the top of your deck. And then on the opponent's turn, we're gonna have 2 interruptions, but a lot of nice follow-up here. So even without the Heretic Seal, when our opponent normals or special summon monsters, so again, return up to 2 materials, and then we can bounce back a card, and then we can attach the card from the top of the deck to it as a material. And on the end phase still, we can go Seal, bounce back, whatever, even if it's negated, summon the Zeptowing, and then Zeptowing can search for the other monster the Exarep, and also recycle back the Hunter Dragon in the process. And from here on out, we have a guaranteed OTK regardless of what we draw. So we actually have way more than enough to finish our opponent off, but look at this. So normal summon the Giga Draw, discard the Hunter Dragon, summon the Zepto-Wing, search the Counter Chopper, revive back the Hunter Dragon, overlay for an Ashura King for 4. Well, so this has 2100 attack and it can attack 4 freaking times, even directly, which is insane. And then special summon the Giga Draw off of the Exa Guard, and then Meltdown attach back. And also, when we attack with that Ashura King, use your Exarep so it gains 1500 attack until the end of this turn. So this card will have 3600 attack while it starts, and then every single time it attacks, it gains 200 attack. And again, it can attack 4 times and negate a monster effect. So no Nibiru, no nothing. So yeah, 38, and then 41, no, sorry, 4,000, and then 42, and then 44. That's over 16,000 damage that you can inflict on your opponent. So, in other words, I think you understand what this means. If you get hit by Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood, you can accept the challenge and still OTK your opponent. The Ashura King deals more damage to your opponent than the amount of life points that you give to your opponent, which is insane. And obviously, you're making like a big board in the process by doing that because you're summoning a monster negate, you're getting the counter trap, you still have the Exa Guard with materials, and you can bounce them back and then bounce back a monster. It's a rank 3 turbo deck, so I think a lot of people are interested in that because, you know, Burning Abyss was that first deck that could do this, and now Materiactor is not really Burning Abyss 2.0, but there is some common traits. Anyways, let's get into combo number 2 now. Okay, so in this situation, I have Exarep as well as Giga Draw and any discard. I can beat Nibiru with a 2-card combo, so that's really nice. So yeah, Exarep, discard whatever, search the Hunter Dragon, and then normal summon the Giga Draw, discard the Hunter Dragon, summon the Zepto-Wing, and then Zepto-Wing is going to be searching for the Meltdown, and also revive back the Hunter Dragon, because again, when you search and you got a level 3 normal monster in your grave, you can also revive it back. So at this point, this is 4 summons. Summon number 5 is going to be the monster negate, the Ashura King. So we can just negate Nibiru. If we get nibbed here, it's fine. And then the Meltdown is going to be using its effect, so excavate 6 cards. We don't necessarily have to be lucky here, so even if we get unlucky and we get nothing, it's completely fine because the effect also allows you to recycle back a Materiactor. Well, any card attached to a rank 3 Xyz monster you control to the hand doesn't necessarily have to be a Materiactor Xyz monster. Summon back that Zepto-Wing because we control the Materiactor card, and then special summon that Exa Guard, and then search the critical, and also attach the card on the top of your deck to that Exa Guard. So if it's an Ash, then your combo gets even better. And on the opponent's turn, that is going to be 3 interruptions through Nibiru, because we have the bounce back, and then we also get back the Ash, and we can attach back a monster. And then if our opponent uses a monster effect, we can use the counter trap negate. By the way, this negates a spell trap card or monster activation, but it doesn't destroy. However, if you bounce back a monster from the Xyz material to the hand, we gotta place 1 card on the hand on the bottom of the deck. But if we recycle back a spell or trap, then we get a bonus effect, much better than, you know, returning back a monster. But it's still fine, because if we get back like a Veiler, that's gonna be another interruption. So yeah, we can get 2 hand traps while also having a monster negate, a bounce back, and another monster negate in the form of a Ashura King. Sorry, I keep saying monster negate. This is an Omni negate. It's infinitely better. It's completely crazy. So yeah, that's like 5 interruptions through Nibiru with a 2-card combo, assuming that you get a little lucky with your excavates. But obviously, in a world where you can kind of stack your deck and everything, sometimes you get what you want, regardless of how lucky or unlucky you get. Alright, so in this situation, I am going to be full comboing. So my hand has Exarep top, the Veiler, the Giga Draw, as well as the Fabled Luri. Very, very interesting hand. You're gonna see where this is going. Anyway, special summon the Terratop, and then we're going to be searching for the Taketomborg, special summon that, and then Exarep, discard the Luri. And one of the reasons why I'm playing the Fiendsmith engine is because Luri is actually good to draw because there's so many cards that discard, like the Exarep and the Giga Draw. So if we discard the Luri, then it triggers this effect. It's not like we gotta send a card from the hand to the graveyard. So there's really nice synergy. I really like it a lot. Anyways, overlay for your Ashura King, so we are Nibiru proof, because that's gonna be summon number 5. And then we're gonna be going Requiem, special summon the Fiendsmith, the Lacrima actually, which sends the Engraver, and then normal summon the Giga Draw, discard the Hunter Dragon, summon the Zepto-Wing. Zepto-Wing, search for the Meltdown, revive back the Hunter Dragon, and then overlay for the Exa Guard, activate the Meltdown first, because we don't, we want to be able to like attach the card on the top of the deck to Exa Guard in order to increase the likelihood of being able to return back a hand trap from the Xyz materials to the hand in order to add even more interruptions potentially against the opponent. Anyways, Exa Guard effect, so search the counter trap, the critical, and then obviously target the Exa Guard to attach a material on the top of the deck to it. And then also use the other effects, so excavate 6 and also recycle back a card. So we're going to be getting the Exarept because that is the one monster that we can get. It's any Materiactor card, I believe, even like a Spell Trap. Yeah, so that's kind of nice. And also summon the Zeptowing that we recycled back from the Exagard using the Meltdown. And then we can link off into Hieratic Seal with Heavenly Spheres, revive back the Engraver by shuffling back the, it was the Luri, and then link off the Lacrima and the Engraver for the sequence, fuse for 3 in order to make the DSE Ray, and then sequence target the DSE Ray, so that's going to be 2 Omni Negates in the form of DSE Ray and Critical, the Monster Negate off of Ashura King, the Hieratic Seal, and obviously the Exagard, as well as potential hand traps and a follow-up. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5... 6 plus interruptions, and like an insane follow-up because you are for sure OTKing the opponent. This can attack 3 times and it's gonna be like at least 12,000 damage. Like even if we're going second, this is way more than enough for game. And obviously the DSE Array, like you can also link it off and then send something next turn. Yeah, there's a lot of like board breaking capabilities. Your follow-up play is just gonna be way too good. So yeah, this is like almost the equivalent of like a U-Bell end board in a way. Alright, for the deck profile, I am playing 16 hand traps, yes, because we're not trying to lose going second, and I didn't want to play the Molchemy cards just because I wanted cards that I could excavate from my Xyz material and then use right away on my opponent's turn, so I wanted to have as many live cards as possible. And there's also a world in which you can play Dominus Impulse, by the way, because the 3 attributes of your Materiactor monsters, what a coincidence, are the 3 attributes that Dominus Impulse allows, so Dark, Fire, and Water. I guess you have some light monsters in the extra deck, but it doesn't even matter that much. But the main reason why I didn't want to play Dominus Impulse was because of Terratop, which is a wind monster, unfortunately. And I just think that this card is completely needed in this deck. It's just a 1-card Exagard, so yeah, obviously if it gets your engine going on its own, you kind of just have to play it. And then, since I wasn't playing Dominus Impulse, I was like, you know what, might as well also play the Fiendsmith engine. So I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, for the hand traps, 3 Ash, 3 Valor, 3 Imperm, 3 Droll, 2 Mourner, and 2 Ogre. So yeah, 16, there's like a super high likelihood of drawing 1 or even 2 hand traps in this deck because it's only a 40-card deck with 16 hand traps. For the starters, because like I said, this deck is very consistent, so 3 Gigadra and 3 Zeptowing, as well as 3 Terratop and 3 Engraver with 2 Tract, the Lacrima, and the Luri. The Fiendsmith cards, they don't really get... They don't bridge into your engine, but they still do a lot on their own, obviously, so that's the reason I play them. And there's also a world in which you could consider Promethean Princess in order to revive back the Zeptowing, and then you make like a... whatever, like you use the DSE Ray to negate your princess, and then you can make the rabbit. It's not necessarily needed, but it's cute, I guess. The issue is then your princess is not really going to be able to do anything after that, so I don't really think it's worth it. But yeah, anyways, 2 Exarept. This card doesn't really do much of anything on its own. It's just like you discard another card, and then you summon this, and then you search your Hunter Dragon from deck to hand. But apart from that, oh yeah, I guess, yeah, the hand trap effect where you discard it and then boost the attack of a rank 3 Xyz monster by 1500 attack. This is especially relevant when you're using it on a Ashura King. So yeah, 8 Materiactor monsters, and then 3 Meltdown, the Counter Trap, and the bricks, I guess, the Takatomborg, the Hunter Dragon. Hunter Dragon is not necessarily a brick, because if you draw it and the Gigadra, your combo pretty much gets better, because you can go Gigadra, discard the Hunter Dragon, summon the Zeptowing, and yeah, because if you discard a normal monster, you get to summon a Materiactor monster instead of having to summon a normal monster off of the Gigadra. I never explained that, actually, my bad. But yeah, anyways, 40 cards in the main deck, very clean, like I said, minimalistic. You don't really want to do any more than that, because this is a mid-range deck, it's not a hardcore combo deck. It's not really a control deck either. Even though it can control the pace of the game very well, it doesn't play floodgates or trap cards, so I can't really consider that to be a control deck. Anyways, for the extra deck, the DSE Ray, the Necrocrypt, the Zeus, the Typhon, Caesar, obviously, Downward Magician, so you can make a big fat juicy Zeus, a Ashura King, double Exagard. I want to say it's actually funny that you can make a Zeus with like 10 materials in this deck, even without the Downward. It's insane. Anyways, the Giga Boros, this card sucks ass. This was like the first Xyz monster that came out. It is dog shit. I don't even know why it's in my deck list, but you absolutely do not need it. I don't even know why it's there. Anyways, SP, the Sequence, Moon of the Closed Sky, Hieratic Seal, and the Requiem. And for the idea section, there's also like very little to cover, but yeah, Nibiru doesn't really work because it conflicts with the Terratop. Grantus Dragon post game 1 when you make Hieratic Seal, it's going to be double interruptions. Bestial Monsters also conflicts with Terratop, so that's another reason why I didn't play those cards. Quackimero Drago for the Hieratic Seal. Rescue Hedgehog could be a cute 1-card combo because you can banish it and then summon 1 Hunter Dragon and 1 Materiactor monster. So it's cute, but it's not like needed for anything. By the way, I forgot to mention that this deck does not actually lose to Shifter, so that's really nice. That's a breath of fresh air finally. Yeah, under Shifter you still make Exagard into Meltdown, get the trap card, and that's still a lot of interruptions. the graveyard really doesn't matter for much other than the one normal monster. So yeah, if you get Shifter, then this card gets banished. It's a little annoying, but apart from that, it's not too bad. But if you want to beat Shifter and still have like a very good resource game, you should be playing this card right here. If I can find it, there you go, Levier the Sea Dragon. So you can actually cut the Giga Boros for this card. Yeah, it's just not needed at all. Yeah, I mean, it's really that bad, honestly. So yeah, Levier, I think, is just already more relevant, just because, again, of Shifter. Second, Hieratic Seal for no good reason. Link Spider, so that you can turn your Hunter Dragon into an effect, so that you can make an SP with it. I don't know why. Materiactor Annulus. Fun fact, if you remove one N and one L and one U, it turns into another word. And then Sengen Kaimen, you can search your Zaptowing with that. It doesn't do much of anything, and it's not a real good one-card combo, so in other words, it kind of sucks, but you can search some 10 by Dragon cards with it, which is cute but irrelevant. And then I don't know why this is here, and Dominus Impulse, which you should not play because it conflicts with these two engines. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know how you feel about Materiactor in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.